Somebody needs to mute.
The wrestling podcast that sets all other podcasts apart. Covering news from the world of WWE, AEW, TNA, and more. Your favorite weekly episodic podcast, Ramblers Unleashed, starts now.
Oh, yeah, it is Ramblers Unleashed, your Saturday afternoon delight. It is Dizzy finally back from our technical problems, but thank you for joining us this evening or this afternoon, if you will. It's kind of weird, man, because fellas, you guys were in the chat waiting for me, and I had computer problems, and I just put this new tower in, and so thank you for your patience. Thank you for all the patience of the folks listening and waiting for us to go live. But we are here, ready to talk some wrestling with you, and let's go. First and foremost, Max is on assignment. We hope to have him back soon. I'm not sure what he's doing. He just said, "Hey, I got to figure something out. I'm on assignment," so he just left it at that. But first and foremost, let me introduce you to the man that just returned from Arizona, hopefully back with a full report on the coke and meth issue in that state. The man that knows so much pro wrestling history and just relived it in Arizona, which we'll talk about. He is the high one. He is the Baron. Hi, Baron. How are you, buddy?
Hey, I'm glad to be back, man. I miss you guys. I really did last Saturday.
Yeah, man, we missed you
and
too.
You know, just disclosure, The Rock wasn't wrong. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh,
right now. The Rock wasn't wrong.
So I mean, you actually got to go back into dig into some of your history too. We were talking about it before we went live. You and your mom that went into an old storage facility and you found some collector stuff?
Yeah. There was totes worth of wrestlers from like 90s to the late 90s. Kind of want to stop buying them, really. And then wrestling magazines, the WWE issue ones, from the first one to pretty much the last one.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, I had so much wrestling stuff. It's insane. I don't have that one though. That I know. Mint condition, maybe it's worth some money, maybe it's not, but still.
Weren't you saying that you had the doll from Al Snow, the one that's banned, the one with head?
Yeah. They took it out of stores years ago because of I don't even remember what it was, but you remember WWF at the time was going through a lot of issues with parents and everything else, and they ripped Al Snow off the shelves because the head symbolized something, and it's still in the package, and I do believe it's worth a couple dollars. So
because what does everybody want? Head.
It wasn't wrong.
Exactly.
Good to be back though, man. I miss you guys. I love getting in here and just bullshitting with you guys for a while.
Yeah, man. And Max May just joins us on the chat, and he said that you found both issues of the WCW magazine too, right?
No, I don't think I bought anything WCW. I was at that period of time. I was very anti WCW.
Oh,
WWF loyalist, if you say. Plus, I couldn't find the channel. But I mean, trust me, I've watched all of that. But like earlier WCW days were not my jam at all.
Yeah. Well, finally, let's introduce the man that keeps this ship afloat, the producer of producers, the man whom without we wouldn't have a show. And always a huge thank you to the missus for allowing him to yak and ramble with us. The host of the Total Nonstop Impact and Smash This podcast show. He is the mighty J-Bone. Golfers clap.
Stop.
How you doing, man?
Oh, it's going, man. It's
As
going.
you stroke the pussy.
Yes, he's behaving himself. Yeah, just look, we're gonna stay humble today. I'm calmed down now. I'm not gonna fire you for all your technical, issues today.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. He was, folks, he was pretty fired up. He was in the chat with me, and he was just letting me. He was unhappy with me and my technical issues.
I had to leave the call. It got so violent. He put on Rat, and it was a whole new J-Bone. That's all I know.
But I'm glad we get to do this again, for another Saturday, and some pretty big news too. Before we get into some wrestling news, because we do have a lot to cover today. We're going to cover Mercedes Mone, her debut in AEW. We're also going to cover some other AEW news, some prominent TNA stars removed from the TNA roster, and we'll dive into that with J-Bone, as well as, of course, we're going to talk about The Rock's promo last night on SmackDown, which was really, really good. But I think the fans don't know what to cheer or boo, so we'll dive into that. But before we do, I had the opportunity to speak with a gentleman from DiamondSelectToys.com. And how this all started was J-Bone, our producer, he entered us into a contest to win some figures. And J-Bone, you want to talk? You want to tell the folks about it?
Yeah, it's through Diamond Toys and Collectibles, or
DiamondSelectToys.com is the website.
I'm so sorry. Diamond Select Toys and Collectibles. I forgot the select.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's all right.
I'm so excited about the figgies. I screwed it up. So yeah, it was a chance to win a 2-pack of what they call they're like mini mates or Vinny mates, like little, almost like little Lego figures of wrestlers. It's a 2-pack of CM Punk and the Stinger. And so yeah, is it a little dated? Yeah, because Stinger just retired and CM Punk's with WWE now, but that just makes it even more of a collector's piece, in a sense. So but yeah, so it was for being claimed as the ultimate tag team. So yep. we have the bragging rights for that. You're welcome. And you are witness to the ultimate tag team. And we have some action figures.
Yes.
So yeah, we won the Vinny mates, and they're going to get shipped to us. And so we were like, wow, that's pretty cool. So Dizzy, I'm the producer, but he's got like the marketing sense because he does a radio show, and he's got that mindset to it. So he wanted to get in touch with them and talk to them. We were like, hey, let's talk about the company a little bit, put them over. Mm-hmm. So we're going to play that in just a little bit.
Yep. His name is Zach Oat. He is the marketing supervisor for DiamondSelectToys.com. And the cool thing about this website is that they have more than just AEW action figures. Max would be really happy because they have Marvel. They have some Disney stuff. They have Darkwing Duck, which I was on the site. I was like, that is really, really neat. So
some really cool Game of Thrones ones on there too. If you're a Game of Thrones fan, I checked that out. I was like, oh wow, the dragon looked crazy good.
Yeah, these guys do just a remarkable job with these figures, and they have Game of Thrones, they have Star Wars, they have all sorts of different stuff that you can go check out. Again, it's DiamondSelectToys.com. Let's get into the interview with Zach Oat from DiamondSelectToys.com. And J-Bone, if you would be so kind as to fire that up, please, sir.
We'll fire it up right now. All right.
All right.
Yeah. So this is Dizzy's, and it's about 10 minutes long. It's nothing. nothing too long. It's short and sweet. Just talks about the company itself. So all right. So here it is. Here's Dizzy talking to Zach Oates, the marketing coordinator from Diamond Select Toys.
Back soon.
On the phone with me is Zachary Oat. He is from Diamond Select Toys. Zachary, how are you, buddy?
I'm good. Thank you for having me on.
No problem, man. Do you want me to call you Zachary or should I call you Zach?
Oh, Zach is fine.
Okay, good. We're on a first name basis here. So Diamond Select Toys, the reason that you guys are on today is first off, J-Bone and I won some action figures for a big giveaway that you guys had. So thank you for that. Talk to me about the giveaway that you guys had.
Oh, yeah. We had a contest where you tag your friend, and the two of you can win a set of signed AEW Vinimates, which are our 4-inch vinyl figures. And this one was signed by CM Punk. You guys won, which is awesome. I'm glad some big wrestling fans won. And we've got a lot of different lines, but the Vinimate line is a favorite of mine, and we're going to keep doing more figures like that for various show exclusives.
That's awesome, man. Ramblers Unleashed started a few years back, and that's what it started as, us just being wrestling fans. And we got to dive deeper into the industry, and we just love it. So thank you for the opportunity on J-Bone and I winning those figures, man. Looking forward to it. So Diamond Select Toys, you guys have been around for some time, right?
We're celebrating our 25th anniversary this year.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. We're putting out we don't have any special 25th anniversary releases, but we put out 12 new items every month, and we're working on some new AEW stuff, but we're going to have some great exclusives for this year's shows, and we're going to be doing contests throughout the year, and we're going to do a big 25th anniversary fan fest in April, where we're going to show off a lot of the new stuff we're working on, and run some interviews with different talent who work on our product.
Nice. And I'm just looking at your website, diamondselecttoys.com, and it's not just wrestling stuff. It's all sorts of things like Godzilla. I see G.I. Joe, Jay and Silent Bob, which I grew up to those guys, Game of Thrones, Darkwing Duck, which is really cool, The Crow, which I'm a big fan of. Just a lot of different things that people can check out at diamondselecttoys.com.
Yeah, we have a lot of licenses. We have a bunch of categories as well, like our Mini-Mates small action figures, which are 2 inches tall, very fully posable and interchangeable. We have busts and statues, of course. We do 7-inch action figures, not for AEW, but for other lines like Marvel is one of our flagship lines. The Marvel line's been around for, I believe, 22 years.
Yeah.
It's kind of our flagship, which is we've got some really great releases coming up. We're going to be announcing a new one next week. And a lot of different types of products, and definitely a lot of licenses. There's some that we go super deep on, but some we just like to dip in and do some really highlighted products for the different licenses, and then sort of move on to something else.
Yeah, and St. Patrick's Day is coming up, and you guys have a big sale going on. Talk to me about that.
We're offering some pieces that we're going to be retiring, and I think we're offering as much as 40% off on some of them.
Wow!
So we're going to be retiring certain pieces. Going forward, we've had for a while, but this will be the last chance to get a lot of them, and you can get them at a pretty great discount. And lots of cool products from Marvel and a lot of other different properties. Some Star Wars stuff on our sister site, which is GentleGiantLTD.com, and then we have a lot of Star Wars over there.
Okay, perfect. And we're talking to Zach Oat from DiamondSelectToys.com, and I'm looking at this DST Radicals Club, Zach, and I'm kind of intrigued by that. So walk me through the process on being a DST Radical.
It's had a lot of different formats over the years, but our current format is if you join the Radicals, you pay a flat fee, and then you get free shipping on all items for an entire year, for the calendar year. I think it starts in July and it ends in July. So depending on how much you're planning on ordering in the next few months, it could still be a good value for you. You can start up with a new year in July, and enjoy a full 12 months of free shipping.
Yeah.
It's just a flat fee for that. And we have a fan club for Star Wars as well over on that other site I mentioned, GentlGiantLTD.com, and that has exclusives, products that you can't get unless you're a member, and different perks as well.
Awesome. And I'm also looking at sneak peeks of monthly pre-orders. What's that all about, brother?
Well, if you sign up for our emails, then you get an email in advance of our pre-orders. Every month we offer about 12 to 13 items that we offer through the previews catalog offered by Diamond Comics, and they're our sister company and they're our exclusive distributor. And they put out this inch-thick catalog every month of comics and toys and all sorts of stuff. And so we offer our products then, about the 20th or 22nd of each month.
Okay.
And so you get to see stuff in advance of them being offered if you sign up for email. So you get a sneak peek at the different products.
And the Radicals, how much is that to join again?
I believe it is $50 for the year, with current shipping prices being what they are. It's a pretty good deal. If you're going to be ordering more than a few items, it definitely pays off.
Yeah.
So it's definitely something to look into if you like what we see on the website and you think you're going to be making a few purchases.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the shipping for the East Coast, and if you order 5 collectibles from DiamondSelectToys.com, that shipping cost is going to be about $100. That's insane. So the Radicals Club really saves you a lot of money.
Yes, definitely. We ship via UPS primarily. I think we also have a SurePost where it's UPS and USPS. But prices are what they are, unfortunately. So they're but it's a great deal that we offer with the fan club, the Radicals.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And we have a lot of listeners on the show that love collectibles. J-Bone is our producer. He has you'll see behind him, he has just a multitude of different collectibles, different figures for wrestling, whether it be WWE or AEW, TNA, things like that. So, are there any new partnerships that you guys are going to be partnering with, such as I know you guys have Marvel, you guys have Disney, AEW is one of them too. Are you planning on maybe partnering with TNA or any other wrestling promotion?
We've been talking to some legacy wrestlers, not legacy, but some I don't know what you want to call them, wrestlers who have been around for a long time, been with multiple promotions. We're talking to some of them about doing some products specifically based on them, not necessarily part of a different promotion.
Okay.
But we are going to continue with the AEW line for sure, and we've got some really great pieces in the works. But part of our PVC line, the PVC statues, we've got a couple new wrestlers that we're in sculpting right now, including a couple of women. There's a great women's division in AEW, obviously.
Yes.
And we just revealed our new Mini-Mate set, which is the 2-inch figures I mentioned, and that one's got Sting and Darby Allin and Bryan Danielson and Ric Flair. And we got the wrestling ring coming out really soon too.
Awesome.
So a lot of cool stuff upcoming.
Yeah, and I see. I just clicked on the AEW category, and I see a Chris Jericho gallery diorama, Sting, as you just mentioned. There's Britt Baker. There's just CM Punk doing his pipe bomb pose, if you will. And it's just a really, really awesome website, and really a good opportunity for collectors of all kinds to head over to DiamondSelectToys.com and check it all out.
Yeah, please. There's a lot of stuff to see. Anything that you like, we probably make toys on it. Our motto is the best of all worlds, and it's a lot of different worlds that we cover.
Man, I'm telling you, Jean-Claude Van Damme I'm seeing, Lost in Space, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. This is all taking me back, man, from when I was a kid. Sonic the Hedgehog, that's wonderful, man. Again, do you guys have social media that our listeners can follow?
Yeah, you can follow Collect DST on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And we have a Facebook page as well, Diamond Select Toys, all one word. But definitely, and you can sign up for emails on the website.
Awesome. We will definitely be following along. And Zachary Oat, thank you for Zach Oat. I'm sorry. Thank you for taking time out of your busy day to talk to us, man. And we certainly do appreciate it. Again, Ted, check it all out, man. DiamondSelectToys.com, and not just AEW, but they have Marvel, they have Disney. Great for an upcoming birthday present, or maybe you're already early shopping for Christmas. Really, really good opportunity for you to check it out. DiamondSelectToys.com. Zach, thank you so much, man. We appreciate you, brother.
Oh, no, thank you for having me on, and congratulations.
Thank you.
So thank you again to Zach Oates joining us from DiamondSelectToys.com. And if you go to DiamondSelectToys.com right now and pick out some items that you want, go to the checkout, use Ramblers 20 and save yourself 20% off of your purchase. And we really hope to be working with these guys again, because the detail, I don't know if you guys noticed while you were on the website at DiamondSelectToys.com, but the detail on these figures, I was looking at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles one, and I think it was Raphael or Leonardo or whoever I was looking at, man. I think it was Leonardo. The detail of these figures are just absolutely insane. I saw one from Sting too, where they got the detail on his jacket was just incredible. They had the Sting icon on the back of it. They had the baseball bat, and just really smooth, really awesome stuff. So again, the website DiamondSelectToys.com. Use code Ramblers20 at checkout. Save yourself 20% off of anything that you purchase at the website. And again, big thanks to Zach Oates for joining us. And I'm excited to get these figures. I was telling him, you just heard me talk to Zach about J-Bone's figures behind him. And he's just got you've got a multitude of figures, man. So are you excited to add these new figures from Diamond Select Toys to your collection?
I really am. I didn't realize in the contest, I must have missed some of the verbiage in like the email or the contest promotion itself, saying that these figures are signed.
Yeah.
I did not realize that until I listened to your interview, and I was like, "Oh, signed by CM Punk? Oh, hell yeah!" So that's very cool.
Very cool.
So you can say it's a dated piece because now he's gone on to work with the WWE, and Sting is now retired. So that makes it even more special and unique, honestly. So very, very excited to have these pieces. But yeah, I've got everything from the regular like Mattel figures. I've got the little Rumblers, which I don't know. I got okay, so you probably can't see them, but over on my my CM Punk shelf up here, I got some Rumblers up here. That's the real small figures. I've got some of the micro brawlers from like Pro Wrestling Tees. So yeah, I got all sorts of stuff.
Yeah. And we're hoping that we add more to that collection from DiamondSelectToys.com soon. And again, use Ramblers20 at checkout. Save yourself 20%. But we hope to be working with these guys more and more in the near future. Super excited about this partnership. So again,
great
thank
interview,
you.
by the way.
Oh, thank you.
It was nice. It was short. It was sweet. It was informative. It was just chef's kiss.
Appreciate that. Max will be joining us soon. He's getting done wrapping up his assignment, whatever he was assigned to work on. He's getting ready to wrap that up, so he'll be here very soon. What do you think we dive into some wrestling news?
Well, we're talking about figs. I just wanted to quick show these off because I got these in the mail earlier today, and then we could jump into like the hardcore stuff. But and I completely forgot that I ordered these several months ago. So we're talking about like pre-Christmas, I believe. So this is and given the situation in the WWE right now, this is wonderful for where we're at. This is the 3-pack of the my Via family. You got The Rock in the middle. You got his Pop on his left and his grandpa on his right. So yeah, it's a great piece. And then you got some verbiage on the back.
That's cool, man.
There's a lot of stuff going on with figures right now. And of course, my cat jumps up on my desk. Yes, you can go. Yes, you can look at it. Don't throw it on the floor, please. Don't throw it on the floor.
And that's why we are so excited about this partnership, is because figures are becoming a big boom. We see a lot of people collecting figures because some of the figures that people collect, you can't get anywhere else, and they're really lucky to hold on to those and have some sort of nostalgia. And that's what you get every time you go to diamondselecttoys.com is you get that nostalgia effect. Baron, you were talking about going to Diamond Select Toys and seeing all the stuff there, and it was bringing back memories for you, right?
Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, like you're saying, like the detail and just like how they look, it's great. It's better than any toy you're getting at Walmart. And it's really cool collective items. The Game of Thrones ones there's a dragon on there that I really want. It's a little expensive for my taste, but like it's awesome.
Well, that's the beautiful thing looking. Is you can use that Ramblers 20 code to get yourself some money, man.
Ramblers 20.
Yeah.
And there's even some other big sales going on right now. Like you said, there's a 40% off, and there's a St. Patty's Day deal going on. There's all sorts of stuff. So yeah, please use that discount and
Ramblers 20 at checkout at diamondselecttoys.com. And big thanks to Zach for joining us on the show, and we hope to talk to him more in the future, and really excited to see where this will go. So thank you again to Zach.
Look at this. Max isn't even heel. He's not even here, and he's still the biggest heel in the room. Look at that. Zach carried the interview. Look at
that. I know.
Oh, Max.
Zach did a great job on the interviews. So
yeah, it was a good interview. Very good.
If anything that Max says that is questionable, that's definitely not questionable, because Zach definitely carried that interview. So
right. And speaking of, look at that, he's trying to cover it all up with a happy 316 day here. Hi, Max. Glad
Max is just in time to talk some news.
Guys, first off, let me say a happy 316 day to you.
Hell yeah. Happy 316.
Oh, hell yeah.
And a little bit of Deadpool love on 316 day.
Yeah.
And let me follow it up by explaining my absence. I was busy in hell watching December to Dismember 06, because that seems to be the only wrestling videos they have down there. We're going to be doing some reviews of that later, probably by myself, because these guys are flat out refusing to ever do ECW reviews again.
Have fun with that.
Yeah, that is all you, Max. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I got. Yep, that's all Max.
Wait, is that the one where Paul Heyman got fired and Big Show became champ?
Was it 2006, you said?
I slept through it. I don't know what happened in 06. There was no Sandman updates. Oh, he's in the ambulance. He's now 3 blocks from the stadium, but he's going the wrong way.
Whoops.
That was rough to watch, man. That was so rough to watch. But
what's really funny about this is he highlighted the heel comment that I made about Zach carrying that interview, but didn't talk about the comment right above it.
It's the glasses. Time to get the prescription checked, my friend.
He just said he must have missed the verbiage where it said that the action figures were autographed.
I do need new glasses. These are horribly outdated. 90% of the time when I'm trying to read something, I stick my glasses on top of my head, and then it's where did my glasses go? It's because I'm an old bone. Yeah.
But again, diamondselecttoys.com. Use Ramblers20 at checkout. Save yourself some 20%. Max, have you checked out the website? Did you see? Because I know you're a Marvel fan. I know you're a Star Wars guy. So are you excited to check out some of the figures?
I am excited to check out some of the figures. I haven't yet. I plan to. In fact, I'm pulling the website up now so that I can check it out after we're off the air.
Oh,
Okay.
and for like obscure stuff, for stuff it's like, it may not be as big as like DC or Marvel or Star Wars. But one thing I was pleasantly surprised by is they got Rebel Moon action figures up there, and I love that movie on Netflix. So
Yeah.
I'm super excited. Like, I see certain things on Netflix and I'm like, why do they not have action figures for this? Like when what the hell is that? Army of the Dead came out. I was like, son of a bitch, why didn't they like come out with a Scott Ward Batista action figure? Zombie killer. That'd have been perfect for the Netflix store. That's me. I'm a collector, so.
Well, yeah, and another cool thing is that I think they have the Crow figures up there too, which the Crow I heard is getting a remake. So that's exciting for some Crow fans. I'm not particularly.
I'm a big Crow fan, so I'm not super excited for that.
Yeah, I'm not either. But I am excited to see the figures at DiamondSelectToys.com. Again, use Ramblers20 at checkout. Get yourself a nice discount at checkout, no matter what kind of figures you're into. And it's really just kind of neat to be able to go to that website and pick something out, because you may have some birthdays coming up. I mean, Christmas, we're months away from Christmas. We're months away from Easter, or a month away from Easter or so. So it is time to start thinking about what you're going to get that special somebody in your life. You could have an anniversary. They could be a figure person. So get them what they love at DiamondSelectToys.com and use Ramblers20 at checkout, and you can thank us later.
We've all been talking about it already, Dizzy. We're all getting you Cole for Christmas. We already know.
I deserve Cole.
I think J-Bo's getting you Adam Cole. Baron's getting you Michael Cole. I'm getting you Charcoal.
Oh, okay. So at least I can cook something on the grill, so that's not a big deal.
So I did pull up the website, and let me say, I'm not anti the movie I'm about to mention. I'm just not the target audience. I'm not the biggest fan of it. It's okay. I watched it. I don't have a problem with it. It's just not my thing. The first thing that popped up on the website for you, Nightmare Before Christmas fans, was Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh,
yeah. They have, just a bunch of different things that you can check out, man. And it's really cool that they've licensed a lot of these different brands and are able to make these figures. I'm honestly going to go back after the show. I'm going to go back and look at the Darkwing Duck, because when I was growing up, man, Darkwing Duck was my go-to show. I loved that show. So
you're just all quacked up about it.
I am quacked up about it. Absolutely.
Dude,
so
you were kidding about that detail.
I know, man. The detail is insane. I mean, what are you looking at?
I clicked on the Marvel category, and the first thing that pops up is a highly realistic Venom.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh yeah, some of the statues and busts that they have. Yeah, they're kind of pricey, but that's where the discount comes in. And oh my God, this cat is driving me freaking nuts. Get out of here. Hey. Jiminy Christmas.
I clicked on Spider-Man. I got 404 error, page not found.
Oops. That's because all the people are flooding to DiamondSelectToys.com and buying everything up. So
we're going to crash the site. No, I'm kidding.
Flooding. Keep going. Go to DiamondSelectToys.com. Use Ramblers20 at checkout and save yourself a big chunk of money. Guys, let's move on to some wrestling news, because we have a lot to discuss, lots to talk about today, including the kickoff to AEW Big Business, the much anticipated arrival of Mercedes Mone. She is now all elite after months of major speculations and hints. It finally came to fruition. It was super good to see Mercedes Mone on TV again, whether it be AEW or WWE, whatever the case may be. But this was really good. And apparently apparently there were very, very, very long lines for exclusive Mercedes Mone gear right after the big business announcement was made, but she was overwhelmed with the response and thanked the audience and various different wrestling legends such as Eddie Guerrero, which was really cool that she mentioned Eddie on AEW TV and helping her see a dream come true for her. And I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I'm super, super excited to see where Mercedes Mone will take this women's division for AEW.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I was never the biggest fan with Sasha over in WWE, but like this is what AEW women's division needed. Like they need someone to kind of like catapult the other women, bring them into a little more spotlight, and there's nobody better than her to do that. So yeah, I'm happy for her. I hope she kills it. Hopefully she stays healthy because that's been the biggest thing throughout her wrestling career. So hopefully she stays healthy, and I think she'll kill it for AEW.
Yeah,
And,
she had some problems in New Japan, but yeah, she's 100% now, so a little rip.
And it was really kind of cool to hear some backstage news when Mercedes came out. Apparently, Naomi and Bailey from WWE were in the crowd. They were up top. They were kind of trying to stay off the camera, but I think the camera panned over and caught like a little glimpse of definitely caught a glimpse of Bailey. I'm not sure about Naomi. I think she tried to stay back, but definitely caught a glimpse of Bailey there to support Mercedes Mone at AEW. So
friends supporting friends, ain't nothing wrong with that,
Absolutely nothing wrong with that. I don't know if they'll get any backlash from WWE appearing on the AEW TV. I don't know.
I couldn't imagine. So I think WWE is definitely in the different direction, and I think they're pretty good with the talent right now. So I can't imagine.
If they sat front row and were like on camera constantly, then there would be something. But no, they were up in one of those boxes where the camera doesn't pan to unless there's like a promo and like a heel going on, from one of the boxes, like Jericho and his crew or something. We've seen stuff like that before and on AEW television. But nah, look, there's fans out there. The only backlash there is from idiot fans. We've talked about this last week. Fans can just be ridiculous. They're like, oh, just the fans are getting out the torches and the pitchforks for Bailey and her friends supporting Mercedes Mone. It's stupid.
Yeah, I heard that. I read that on social media. I think it was on X, and people were saying, "Oh, fire Bailey, fire Naomi." Why? Because they were in support of their friends.
Tamina.
Yeah, Tamina was there too. Yeah,
because they were all in support of their friends, of their friend getting back into wrestling, and it may be not the company that you want her to be in, but it doesn't matter. Friends support friends no matter what. And if you have a problem with that, then shove off, dude, because it is what it is. Love it or leave it. That's one thing that we always gripe about the IWC, especially Max over here. We all feel the same frustrations from the IWC, and we hate him, Max. Your thoughts on the IWC sounding off to Bailey, Naomi, and
first off, I understand the IWC technically doesn't represent all of us. The problem is they're loud, they're squeaky, they're the ones getting the attention, so it kind of reflects back on all of us. Could you guys shut your mouths for 1 week and let us go 1 week without the embarrassment of you guys saying something stupid? Okay, here's the thing. As far as I can tell, they were not highlighted by AEW. Hey, we have Bailey in attendance. AEW didn't do that. The girls handled it properly. They got permission. They told AEW, you cannot show us on TV. Sure, maybe they accidentally got caught on camera at one point when the camera was panning around, but it wasn't like the camera went, look, it's Bayley.
Right.
Okay, they did everything right according to the rules that were laid out. If you have a problem with that, you can go take it up with Triple H and explain why you dislike his rules. But I don't think you got the balls for that, because I got balls and I ain't got the balls to go to Triple H and say, I don't like your rules. Okay,
Yeah.
Trust me, it's not going to work out well for you. But at the end of the day, can I please have 1 week where you guys don't embarrass me in front of my friends? I mean, I've known these guys for a few years here, and every time you IWC people run your mouth, you embarrass me in front of these three. I don't care if you embarrass me in front of Dizzy. He's a closet Nickelback fan. But these other two, I don't want to be embarrassed in front of them anymore. I'm tired of it. Shut your mouths for a week. Give me a week off.
Yeah, Max. Let them know.
Let them know, Max. And
Yeah, like every time they pipe up, we're like, "Oh, Max, what did you start now?"
every time they pipe up, I wonder what Max is going to say, and that definitely is what I thought he would say. But I didn't even see Bayley on the live show. I had to see her on a still shot. And I didn't even know she was there until I saw the picture of the still shot. So, and again, it doesn't really matter. I mean, they're there to support their friends. If they got permission from WWE, as long as they didn't appear on AEW TV and they for a long period of time or get any attention drawn to them, who the hell cares?
Right.
The IWC. That's who cares, Dizzy.
Well, they can go back. They can stay in their parents' basement and eat Cheetos and type away on their little keyboards.
I think what bothers me the most is right now we already have this thing where we can't be fans of multiple feds per the IWC, by the way. And then they're going to go out and run their mouths about these three went to support their friend, or why is Bayley on that cover, or why is Maxine even a part of this roster? Have you noticed that so far it's all been complaints against women the last few weeks? What is up with that? Listen, if you are scared of women, that's a you thing, and you need to figure that out. But stop taking it out on the women of wrestling, okay?
Yeah, definitely. I agree. Preach, brother. Preach. All right, let's move on. Kevin Kelly is in the news again. He's left an indelible mark on the wrestling world through his work with WWE, New Japan, AEW most recently, but he's now absent from televised programming on AEW, and there's some speculation about his departure from the company. As we all know, he went on a rant on criticizing Ian Riccaboni from AEW Revolution, accusing him of defamation and emphasizing his own importance within the organization. Now, the controversy has raised concerns about potential legal implications, as highlighted by Wrestling Observer. Now, of course, Tony Khan was asked about it. What are these legal implications? Tony's not going to talk. He probably can't. So we don't know exactly what legal ramifications are going to come about, but I would say defamation of character, possibly. With what Kevin Kelly said about Ian. So, Max, your thoughts, man? How do you take this news on Kevin Kelly possibly having some legal ramifications with Ian at AEW?
First off, let me just say I'm not taking sides on this, partially because there is a political aspect that I think we need to keep away from wrestling anyway. However, I had a buddy several years ago. He and his wife split up, and it was messy. There was a lot going on. We're not going to go into details. The problem came where for about the next 12 months, he kept posting these rants on Facebook. And I kept telling him, dude, chill. All you're doing is giving fuel to the fire. When she goes to court, she can present all that to the judge. Just chill out. I know you're mad. I know you're trying to vent. Either find a way to reword it so it doesn't look so bad for your cause, or just text it to me or something so that we keep it out of the public eye. And that's the situation we're facing here. Okay. No matter who's guilty of what, both sides need to stop airing it on social media right now, because it's going to look bad. If they go to a defamation suit, it's going to look bad on whatever side. It doesn't matter. Watch what you're posting right now and chill out.
Yeah. Baron, the downfall of all this is that social media is the biggest key factor here that people can use to, have a voice, if you will. But if that voice is going to cause you some legal issues, especially if you're trying to continue your career in the pro wrestling broadcast side of it, that could definitely be some major roadblocks, don't you think?
Absolutely, but it's just like everything else in life, man. You gotta watch who you say things to, how you say things, present yourself well. I mean, this is social media is part of our life now. It's the everyday occurrence. That's people are going to look at things and view things from there across the board. So you kind of have to watch what you say. What was said, I really don't know. I must be kind of out of the loop with this.
I don't. I mean,
has there ever been anything said about?
He said. I mean, he said so much. I don't even know. I really don't want to even state it on this show because if it's not true. If it's not true, I don't want to drag anybody else down any further than they've already been drugged. But I know that he's just going off the deep end with what he said about Ian. And I mean, if you listening, if you want to go check it out, you can definitely do that on your own accord. But J-Bone, we look at ourselves. I mean, you, Max, the Baron, all of us, we're public figures. We're looked at as public figures, and what we say definitely has we have eyes on us. I mean, that's just the truth about it. And if you had somebody on your team, not saying us, because we really don't do that except for
Max. No.
No. Yeah. Max is, but the thing about it is, man, Max is just so passionate about us and the show and the product that we have here is that he will go to social media and take our side. He will stand up for us, and that's the beautiful thing. That Max, but we are looked at as public figures, J-Bone, and if we went on social media and started blasting somebody that news that wasn't true, we could definitely wind up in some hot water too.
Yeah, and look, and just no one's perfect. We've all made mistakes. I've been I've been known to be a bit of a hothead on social media myself.
Same.
And I gotta say thanks also to my amazing TNI crew, and they kind of we'll just say that they keep me level headed. Like if I talk about doing something and I'm not thinking straight, they'll reel me back in. They'll be like, "Nah, Bone, don't do that. That's not a good look. We're not we are not those kind of people." And I'm like, "Nah, you know what? You're right. And I'll apologize and I'll thank them. You know what? I shouldn't have thought that way. I shouldn't act like that. It's not mature. It's easy to see something. It's easy to react to something, and it's easy to get fired up and go retaliate in some way or whatever. So we're all guilty of feeling a certain way. We just got to keep it in check.
Yeah, and it's hard to keep things in check
and very important to remember. This would be slander on your social media in typed form would be libel. Just remember that.
Yeah, absolutely.
If it turns out to not
so
be
we'll
true.
keep an eye.
Oh,
You know,
I've seen both against me in podcast form. So I just let them, because you know what? It's all BS.
you know the truth, and as long as you know the truth, then that's all that matters. And you have a platform that you can go state that truth
Yeah.
if you wish.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely keep an eye on this Kevin Kelly situation, because it is a interesting topic, to say the least, because um Kevin is a hothead, and
Yeah.
we'll definitely see what else he has to say. But moving on, we had a
It's
death.
I
Go ahead.
I just want to add one last point to that. It's like, it's so weird because I've seen him in the broadcast booth for like New Japan on the US side of things. I've seen him in Ring of Honor for years. Like this, like, prior to Tony Khan's takeover. And he, he may not be like the most popular guy, but those that paid attention to him revered him as one of the best out there. It is just, man, I really feel like it's just a matter of time, hopefully, before he can get back out there, maybe on another platform. But yeah, it's going to take some time to have this news kind of like, just chill things out. Maybe hopefully he'll keep his mouth shut. And I don't know, what it was so weird, hearing all those things from him. And
It's
other
kind of
people
odd.
didn't help his
Yeah, I mean,
situation either, sadly. But
it's all off-putting. It's like if your mom and dad are getting divorced and they have to sit there and listen to you, the two argue. It definitely puts you in an awkward situation. That's exactly what we're seeing on social media with Kevin Kelly. I'm not sure if Ian has responded. If he's smart, he won't on social media. He'll just take it to court if it gets too serious. But again, we'll definitely keep an eye on this situation with Kevin Kelly. But while the wrestling industry has been enjoying massive successes lately, the WWE Universe is also mourning the losses of some of the biggest names in the industry. Now we've learned that former WCW personality Jackie Crockett has also passed away after spending months in the hospital dealing with his health. So Jackie, served as the lead cameraman for Jim Crockett Promotions, his father's company. He joined WCW to begin a long journey, which ended following the last episode of Monday Nitro, which that's big.
Wow.
So, I mean, Jackie comes from a massive wrestling family, with Jim as his father, being a former professional wrestler. His brother David, also a former pro wrestler and an announcer. It's sad that we lost Jackie Crockett. So rest in peace. He's set to be buried in Bristol, Virginia, the place where his parents and his brother Jim Crockett Jr. have been buried. So it's hard to watch the legacy of wrestling leaving us. We lost all the legends. We lost Virgil. We just lost somebody else too. We've lost a lot of names, man. I mean, I was just thinking about Scott Hall the other day. We lost him. So it's crazy to hear about all these legends that we grew up with passing away.
A lot
and
of
like
people talking
before,
about,
man.
I was just gonna say, a lot of people talking about Scott Hall the other day. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because the documentary on AEW, the biography was fantastic. If you haven't watched that, by the way, you ought to go watch it, because it is just wonderful. But it's I mean, I've discussed this. I've said this too, and we look at these guys, these pro wrestlers, as superheroes. They were our superheroes, and we have to remember that as much as we think of them as superheroes, they are human, and they do feel, they have emotions, they have feelings, they're just like us. After they leave that wrestling ring, man. They're just like us. But rest in peace to Jackie Crockett, former WCW personality, passing away. We send the deepest regards to the Crockett family as they mourn the loss of Jackie. Let's move on because there is some TNA news, and I know that you, J-Bone, have discussed this on Total Nonstop Impact. So they're striving to make 2024 a standout year despite some controversy around Scott D'Amore's departure. However, some recent developments have caught the attention as fans, as a prominent TNA star, Bully Ray, has been removed from the roster page. And there's been a number of different stars that have been removed from the roster page too, right, J-Bone?
Yeah, and Bully's is just I think he and his brother Devon just signed a Legends deal, I believe, through WWE. Hence the we were talking about figures earlier. There's a whole new line of Legends that Ringside Collectibles has just put out, and the Dudleys are part of that. So and that's just par for the course. A couple other names on there. Heath is removed, but he hasn't been around since last fall. Johnny Swinger, hardcore fan favorite. We love Swinger. He always added a nice dose of comedy to the show. And interesting one was someone that was actually on TNA television this week was Oleg Prudius. That's the muscle to Alpha Bravo and the former Fandango. Yeah. And so he just had a match with Josh Alexander. It was short but sweet, but so that was his last hurrah on there. But usually they don't get taken off until said match or said segment has happened. But we got Terrence Sullivan in the chat. Good day to you, sir.
Howdy, Terrence.
Good to see you.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate you.
Remember, folks,
Courtney in the chat.
Don't forget to smash that like button, smash that sub button, ring that bell for notifications.
Absolutely. And we do this every Saturday at around 1 o'clock Central Standard Time and 2 p.m. Eastern. And, we would have been on earlier, but, technical difficulties and all that. I can't help it. So,
damn Dizzy.
I don't want to feel the wrath of J-Bone again. I definitely don't want to feel the wrath of J-Bone again. But because that was not fun. I know. Let's talk about SmackDown last night, because I missed it, but I watched the segment that everybody is talking about, and of course that is the Rock segment where he went out and sang a song accompanied by country duo Warren Treaty, which I thought was really cool that he brought those two guys on, because I love their music. But as we all know, The Rock is currently a heel in the company, and during the episode last night of Friday Night SmackDown, Hollywood Rock made memorable return to the ring, which, by the way, they changed his entrance music. I don't know if you guys noticed that.
Finally,
they played the Hollywood version of The Rock, which was what he came out when he was heel, which was when he came out, it was pretty badass, because I love that.
Oh, dude, yeah, the light shining down on him when he was standing in front of the Titantron was really, really significant of his Brahma bull that he's got up with the red eyes, and his eyes were all blacked out. It was just so badass. I loved it. And of course we had a song, and he was taking directions shots at Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. But before he did that, he actually showed a lot of love for Memphis, because that is where he made his debut as a different name. And I can't remember the name that he came out as. If anybody else remembers that.
Flex Cabana.
Yeah, there it is. Flex Cabana. He said, I don't know what I was thinking, so I apologize on that. But he came out, he took direct shots at Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins, and apparently this segment went on longer than what it was supposed to, and that's normal. That's normal. We're starting to see that with the Rock segments, but apparently there's some backstage drama involving the Rock, and we are still, I hate to say it, we are still in a PG era, and the Rock's promo last night, he definitely did not follow PG standards, as he was dropping some pretty strong language against Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes. And my question to you guys, and we'll go down the line here. Do you think it's time to move away from the PG era? Do you think that The Rock is trying to make this move happen? Baron, we'll start with you, man.
I mean, I don't really focus. I don't really want Attitude Era back to begin with. I mean, like, I understand the nostalgia factor, but yeah. I mean, like, first off, people are complaining about everything, whether we're talking about, Shayna Blazer or, whatever the case may be. Somebody's got something to complain about. I think The Rock killed it. I don't care if it's a swing to move over to the Attitude Era or whatever the case may be. We got to remember The Rock is on the board of directors. He could take as long as he wants on anything he does. But he killed it, man. I keep doing what you're doing. The shows have been 10 times better for me just because of his promos in general. Right. He's fucking killing it. So good job, Rock. Makes me happy every time I watch his promo.
Yeah. And you make a good point that he is on the board of directors, but so is Triple H, and Triple H doesn't go out there and cut incredibly long promos on anyone. Even though
Triple
really
H
doesn't
also
have
ain't
any
The Rock.
promos to cut.
I mean, The Rock is The Rock. No. I don't. Yeah.
True, but it is, to me, Max, it is to me kind of refreshing to see The Rock go out there and dropping some I don't know, rather strong language, brash language, if you will, against Cody Rhodes, which back I know we're not going to get back into the Attitude Era, and I don't want that, but I do want an era where we get to see some more grown-up situations as far as being able to cut a promo without being limited in what you can say and how you can deliver that.
I just sent us something the other day that I think is kind of important to keep in mind. We actually haven't been in the PG era since 2013. In fact, I just pulled up a WWE.com poll, and these are what they consider the eras. You had the Golden Age, 80s to early 90s, the New Generation era, early to mid 90s. The Attitude Era was mid 90s to early 2000s. The Ruthless Aggression Era was 2002 to 2008. PG Era was 2008 to 2013. The Reality Era was 2014 to 2016. And then they have the new era listed here from 2016 to present. I don't even think we're in the new era anymore. I think we've moved beyond that. I think.
What did Triple H call it?
Now, I'm getting to that. Hold on.
Yeah.
I think once Vince was fully gone from the company, and I'm not talking about the selling of the stocks. I mean, when he left the second time and stepped away, I think we entered a brand new era. And Triple H calls that era the Renaissance era. And I really like that because I feel like WWE is surging again and coming back into what it can be, a big deal and important. And part of that is you got to loosen the restrictions a little bit. For a long time, I said that the difference between the difference between NXT and WWE was NXT was written with kids in mind, but written for adults. And WWE was written with adults in mind, but it was written for kids. So now, if we can get WWE back to where we're writing it for adults, but trying to keep the kids in mind too, because they're fans, I think we'll have a much better product. And I think that's what we're starting to see, especially with the new language being allowed again.
Well, and J-Bone, getting into that, the Renaissance era, being able to cater to both kids and adults. We're seeing on AEW a lot of adult oriented content, not really so much relatable to kids, but definitely to adults who are fans of the legacies, if you will. Do you think that the WWE is seeing that and they're recognizing that and they're saying, okay, these guys are making some waves over here, so let's kind of restructure how we deliver our content to maybe not match theirs, but maybe take it one step up ahead, if you will?
Whenever you're gonna have guys like The Rock come back for more than just more than an appearance, like, oh, he showed up on this show. Oh, isn't that nice? You talk about it for a week and then he's gone. But no, this is a storyline based, so he's going to be around for the next, till Mania. There's been articles out there saying that he's going to be gone after Mania, but that's besides the point. So the Rock is going to throw his own thing in there. The Rock is very influential, but you always, no matter what, have got to go by your sponsors. You got to keep your sponsors happy. So he's going to throw a little edgy stuff in there here and there, but he's a businessman and he's a multi-billion-dollar businessman. The guy's not an idiot. He's just edgy, and he's not going to take it further. He's not going to take it so far to the point where it's going to A, land him in trouble, and B, land all of his companies he's a part of in trouble, which includes football, his own entertainment, multi-billion-dollar industry, wrestling. So he's got his hands in a lot of different cookie jars, and he's got to keep in mind to respect all platforms, especially when he's on TV more, which is the WWE right now. So, he's, there's a way to keep it edgy, but not so offensive to where, the mothers are going to start running down the block with their pitchforks and torches. My kids watched your show last night and he fainted. It's like, no, just stop.
I'm offended.
It's not that bad. It's,
Yeah. Well, I for one,
he's a little spicy, but.
Well, yeah, but I for one am excited to see this new era or this new renaissance of the WWE. I think it's a big breath of fresh air prior to, Vince McMahon leaving and having such a hold on this product, on this brand that was honestly sinking. I mean, his ship was sinking. He was, I mean, as far as sales, no, but as far as loyal fans watching the product, I personally think that his ship was starting to sink, and Triple H is coming in to replug those holes, especially TKO coming in to repair those holes and trying to get the water out and keep this ship afloat. And I think they're doing a fantastic job, definitely giving AEW a run for their money, because when they were the hot product, when they first jumped on the market, they were the brand to watch, and we all thought, oh man, this is going to be really good. This is going to be the beginning of the Monday Night Wars again for a lot of us. And now with Vince McMahon gone and AEW kind of just floating by, they're kind of trudging along WWE at this point, because that is the big mothership that is leading us into the next generation of what we're going to see. I think this is good. I think this is good for business. I think this is good for the wrestling industry. I think this is good for fans because you're getting to see different personalities. You're getting to see new personalities. We've never would have seen this out of The Rock if Vince McMahon was still in charge ever. I don't think, and as much pull as The Rock has in WWE, I don't think we would have been able to see this with Vince McMahon there. So I'm really excited to see where the WWE goes. That's why I'm starting to pay attention more to Triple H's product, and I love to call it Triple H's product because it's Triple H's shit, and it really is.
Is it perfect? No, but is it evidence of some positivity for all brands going forward? Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah. And going back to AEW and going back to Mercedes Moné's big business debut, we did talk about her friends being in attendance, namely Bailey, Naomi, and Tamina Snuka from WWE. And what I thought was kind of interesting is that they went in under disguise at AEW so that they were not noticed. So they really took some time and thought about, how are they going to get into the arena, whether it be backstage, but flowing through the crowd and trying to stay low key as much as possible so that they didn't draw any attention away from AEW. I thought it was really neat that they even went and wore masks to hide their disguise.
Yeah. I saw the video on I don't know, it was someone's Instagram. It was Bailey's Instagram or something. It showed them backstage somewhere putting these knit, they were like knit ski masks, something somebody goofy would wear for like a hold up or something like that. But yeah, they were with just the eye slit. So yeah, it was funny. It was like,
yeah,
you really wear those? Yeah.
Well, I thought it was clever. I mean, I honestly thought it was clever. Max, somebody like you and that's been in this business, do you think it was good that these ladies showed up? Do you think it's detrimental to their career in wrestling for showing up to a show, especially if they were trying so hard to stay off the radar?
I don't think it's detrimental to ever support your friend.
No.
Even if that means going behind enemy lines, I don't think they should have had to put the masks on. I really think that they should have just been able to walk in, get up to their little suite. I don't think it should ever be considered detrimental to a career to support your friend, even if that friend works for the other company. Back in the WWE versus WCW era, you never would have seen the Clique going to each other's shows outside of the DX bit in Atlanta. Right. I mean, they made it into the show, but they weren't there to watch WCW at that. But you wouldn't see it back then because the rules were different back then. Now we've become a little more open, and we should be allowed to go support our friends.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree. Aaron, you agree with that?
Oh yeah. As we were talking about earlier, there should never be any harm of supporting your friends ever.
Absolutely. Let's move on to the last story that I have. So in this regards, Brock Lesnar, in his absence in WWE, after his loss against Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam, he's been absent from television, and we all know that he was mentioned. His name wasn't brought up in the lawsuit, but he was how do I want to word this? He wasn't named, but he was brought up. if that makes any sense, because of the former WWE champion with the lawsuit filed against Vince McMahon. He
Right.
he was keeping away from the company as much as possible, but they also, on the WWE 2K24 game, some of the characters were also blocked from that game. Vince McMahon, his face was blurred out, and Vince McMahon has sold part of his shares in the TKO and was removed from the board of the company. Now, however, a recent update revealed that Brock Lesnar was actually added back to the WWE roster page, and the company has started making plans on the Beast's return. So we could see a return on the horizon for Brock Lesnar. And it's kind of interesting to see that Fightful Select reported that Lesnar was never really removed from their roster page, although if he went into the roster page, he was gone. So, we have WrestleMania on the horizon. Do you think that this would be a big plus for WWE if they brought Brock Lesnar back? I know the answer of Max and Baron, but I'm kind of interested. Let's start with J-Bone. Do you think that if Brock Lesnar comes back to WWE for WrestleMania, do you think that's a positive or is that a negative for the company?
I think it's too soon.
Okay.
And I know his name wasn't mentioned, and we don't. It's okay. So as far as fans know, from reading the lawsuit and from what I know, so if there's something else in there, please let me know. But as far as I know, who this person was, it was mentioned. It was this person was going to they were trying to re-sign this individual who was a former WWE and UFC champ.
Mm-hmm.
And in part in doing that, going along with that bit of the story, they were going to offer up or Vince was going to offer up I'm sorry, what is the lady's name again? Julie.
The
Janelle Grant.
person, Janelle Grant, yeah,
That's it. That she was going to be offered up to him. Now, beyond, if there is something beyond that, I'm not aware of it. So the big question is, how much is he involved in this? And we're not going to know until, the trial comes.
yeah.
And if he's going to be called for the trial. So just the fact that he's still tied to this, even if we don't know, they're like guilty until or
Innocent until proven guilty.
Innocent until proven guilty. Thank you. I know I just botched
And
that.
J-Bone's over here trying to change the legal system, and just like, wow.
That's right. You're guilty until we figure out what the hell's going on. What? No.
Literally,
we can figure out what we're not
going
doing.
on with this whole freaking lawsuit, man. It's a mess, man.
Yeah, I think it's too soon. I think you got to let something like that because this is because we're just seeing the tip of the iceberg of this whole lawsuit. Yeah. It's way too soon. There's more and more stuff coming out every single week as far as, oh, now this person is saying something. Oh, now this story about this other individual related to Vince McMahon's abuse is coming out. Like the Ashley Bizarro story is starting to really take steam out there. Mm-hmm. And then it's well, who all knows about this? And now we're starting to hear that people like Triple H and Stephanie McMahon and Nick Khan all knew about Miss Grant in this situation. So then there's like, oh, see, it's like it's gonna snowball. This ain't gonna slow down.
No, it's definitely not gonna. I definitely think some more skeletons are going to come out of the closet with this suit, especially if Brock is considered a major player in this suit too. Baron,
Right.
I know that you've never really been a big fan of Brock Lesnar. So I'm going to ask you the same question that I asked J-Bone. Do you think it would be a positive move or a detrimental move for WWE if they do bring Brock Lesnar back for WrestleMania?
Yeah, fuck Lesnar. No,
Wow.
fuck Lesnar. Never been a fan. Still not a fan. Will it be detrimental? No, because like, here's one thing I've noticed over the years with wrestling fans, and it's not a dig or anything, but when it comes to legal battles, for the most part, might have mentioned this, legal battles or speculations or
Controversies.
yeah, exactly. Outside of wrestling, the majority of wrestling fans don't even, for one, know, nor do they ever care. Are people, you know what I'm saying? So, are people going to still support Brock Lesnar? Absolutely, because they have no idea what's going on. Only a very small portion of wrestling fans keep up with this information.
And that's us.
And that's us. See, that's four here, you know. So is it going to be detrimental for WWE as a business? Absolutely not. Am I going to vomit a little bit more when I see him? Absolutely so. Never been a fan. I get the aura around Brock Lesnar, so let me put that out there. I get it. Just never been a fan. I've always thought he's a piece of shit, and as Stains unfold, I think we'll find out that he's even a bigger piece of shit than what I thought. So there you go.
I think I love.
Fuck
I
Lesnar.
think Bell's boy agrees with you.
Yeah, Bell's boy.
I think for me, I enjoyed his intensity that he brought into the ring. I especially with his promos when he had Heyman with him. You know, he was just. I just enjoyed seeing him because I thought it was a different aura, especially with us being in the era that we were in. You know, we necessarily didn't get to hear that type of thing from any other superstar. So having Brock come in and bring that intensity, I really honestly thoroughly enjoyed it. I was a Brock Lesnar guy for a long time. Now that this whole story has come out against Brock Lesnar with Janelle Grant, it's kind of made me think twice. You know, I'm like, okay, what did he have? And you know, what's his involvement in it? Max, I know that you have had some pretty strong words against Brock Lesnar, as far as, you know, being in professional wrestling, but I was going to ask you a different question, but I'm kind of interested in your take on do you think this is a positive or a negative as we march forward through to WrestleMania for the company?
I may actually surprise you with what I'm about to say.
Oh boy!
First off, let me give out something that you guys are probably expecting. If he's guilty, this could be detrimental, but honestly, I don't really give a shit because, you know, fuck the Brock Lesnar, right? Break his back, make him humble. But here's the thing. We have this whole story where it's like the odds are against Cody, right?
Yeah.
Okay. There's even speculation that
going
Seth.
with
No, you don't know where I'm going. Don't you get ahead of me?
I totally know where you're going with this. I totally know.
There is speculation that Seth may turn on Cody on night one, right?
You stop that shit right now.
We have built something into the story that, while I hated it at the time because it involved Brock fucking Lesnar, you have a couple of aspects here that have ties to Brock Lesnar going into your main events at WrestleMania. First off, the Wise Man. The Wise Man used to be the voice of Brock Lesnar. The only time we could ever get a thought out of Brock Lesnar without him cussing it up on the microphone. All right. And the second thing you have is we had 3 matches, Cody versus Brock. Cody wouldn't stay down. What happened at the end of the last match? Brock did something we've never seen him do after wrestling somebody. What did he do?
Oh, he put over Cody. He raised his hand, which was all completely, I guess, what I've heard is unscripted. Like Cody wasn't expecting it at all.
Yeah.
He showed respect to Cody after that match, something that Brock has never done following a match in WWE. So while him being guilty could be detrimental to the company overall, I think you set yourself up to have Cody finish his story with a little help from a friend that I still say can just fuck right off, but you already put it into the story. It's already out there in the universe. You could put it to work. And when it becomes, because if Seth turns on him, Cody and Seth will end up losing the tag match at that point. That means it's bloodline rules at WrestleMania Night 2. Cody's going to need a friend, and what better friend than the Beast Incarnate?
I knew you were going there.
I mean, those are big brain ideas, and that I like where you're going with that, Max.
Yeah,
but that would be very detrimental to the story of Cody, in my personal opinion, because you want Cody's back to be against the wall. You want him to fight all those odds, but he's got to overcome that by himself. I want to see like Brock Lesnar versus Gunther. I think that would be the Mania match.
Do you think then, Baron, if let's say Cody's back is against the wall and the bloodline is really taking it to him, what if Brock's music plays, distracts the bloodline, and then Cody gets retribution on the bloodline and
I want no involvement of Brock Lesnar in what we're building right now with the bloodline and Cody Rhodes. I don't want his boringness be smeared all over this, what we got going on with The Rock and everything. I wouldn't be happy. Maybe other fans will, and that's the beauty of wrestling. I don't think there's any, in my mind, anywhere Brock Lesnar fits in with that storyline.
Any need for Brock Lesnar?
Yeah, we don't need him. Stop. Okay. Get him out of here.
No, I
get him out of here.
I agree. I agree with you and Max, but
that's a great idea too.
If things are getting hairy and the bloodlines just beating Cody to a pulp, night 2, Lesnar's the best way they could possibly do this, if they did this, which I don't think they should, but the story aside from everything else, Lesnar's music hits, everyone, what now, what, and then he starts, slowly making his way down the ramp, and then Heyman meets him partway up, whispers to him. So it's like, oh,
please don't.
You instantly see this, so you're like, oh crap! Now there's like another significant play against Cody. So Heyman plays up to Lesnar. Lesnar plays up to Heyman, like they're both tight. Like, oh, okay, so he's on Roman's side here as far as The Rock throwing stuff at Cody to stop him. And then Lesnar gets in the ring and turns on everybody but Cody. So, yeah, that would be an amazing story. I would love to see that, but not with everything going on right now. It's way too early. We don't know what else is going on in this lawsuit. If it's going to get, if it isn't going to get ugly for Lesnar, then by all means, get that to the light of day somewhere so that the man can still continue to make money. If he's guilty of something, well, then he, made his own bed. So,
yeah.
I think it all starts night 1. Cody goes to make a tag. Seth jumps off the apron and acknowledges Roman Reigns. And it all goes downhill from there.
Yeah, I think so too.
You need to stop. You need to stop that, Max.
There's definitely Seth Rollins is definitely going to play a part in.
Listen, they have Shield history together. How can I possibly not think this is a possibility?
No, I know.
You also have to think that that how long have we gone with Seth Rollins being a face? Is it time to turn him from babyface to heel? You know, I think it is. I think it would be an opportune time to turn. When what a WrestleMania moment it would be for Seth Rollins too to turn heel at one of the biggest events in pro wrestling. That would be exponential.
And here's another thing.
It would, yeah.
Two things I want to point out. Number one, he has been all this time making a big stink about taking out the bloodline. I mean, it's been overpowering everything else about what he's doing. Do you really think he's trying to take out the bloodline when he's making that big of a deal of it? And number two, The Rock threatened to make that title go away. He didn't say he was going to cause Seth to lose it. He threatened to make it go away. Maybe they made a deal that keeps that belt around.
Oh, damn it.
I know you hate my Booker mind, but guys, come on. It makes so much sense.
I can see it. It's a good story.
I like that Booker mind.
Like it or not, it's a good story.
And that's why you're here, man, because, you know, you've been in this business. You know how to book shows and you know what would be good. You know what the audience wants and you know how to cater to them. So,
yeah, just don't book Brock Lesnar. Just don't book him. Leave him out.
Hold on. Let's be clear. This would piss the audience off, but it kind of serves the same effect because you're getting a reaction out of the audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't want to create go away heat for a brand like WWE, because I mean there's booing someone because they are a heel or they're doing something against the biggest baby face in the company, but then there's also there's too big a picture going on here. We can't have him back yet.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to see. It's going to be interesting to see what happens as we continue down the road to WrestleMania. We're how many days are we? We're what? Less or more than 2 weeks? Right? I'm just looking at
I'm looking it up now.
It's just less than 2 months. We should go over the card, or at least go over the newer matches that were created last night
for WrestleMania 40.
Yes.
Okay. Let me pull that up here.
40 or XL?
XL. 40.
I hate Roman numerals, so let's just call it 40.
Whoa, hold on just a second. Because I'm not taking the XL as the Roman numeral for 40. I'm taking it as WrestleMania extra large.
Oh, that's true. But you know, it's always been kind of extra. It's always been extra large with
2 nights.
With 2 nights. Yeah, exactly. So
hold on. Let's be clear about something. Because they had to go 2 nights when they started going with a 9-10 hour day for WrestleMania, because they had the pre-show, the pre-show, the precursor to the pre-show, you know, the preview of the precursor to the pre-show. They had to split it in 2 days so that people weren't sitting there getting bored for 10 hours.
Oh my God, I know. All right, let's go over the matches for night one. They haven't really, like I said, they haven't booked a lot of matches yet, and this is on Wikipedia that I found. So the only match for night one that Wikipedia has is the Bloodline with The Rock and Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins.
Right, because we don't know what else is going to be.
I think this is going to be a bigger match. I think there's going to be an extra person added in this, and I think he's going to be that buffer for Brock Lesnar. I think there's going to be a special guest referee for this match.
What do you think?
I think it's going to be CM Punk.
Well, I don't know. Reffing or wrestling?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, not wrestling. No, he reffing. He's coming back on the next Monday Night Raw, I think. So we'll see how that plays out. That's just my speculation.
I think his tricep injury is actually healing quite nicely. So if he could
make
really
it a bigger match and kind of help out the story with Cody Rhodes, or and then Seth Rollins and him's got that thing going on. So I think we're going to see a lot of flip flops.
Yeah, especially if this match is under Bloodline rules, that will be that will be very, very positive for Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins to have. So, Max, who do you think? Bloodline, Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins.
I honestly think Seth turns on Cody and Bloodline wins the match.
Okay.
Yep.
Jeb on.
Oh, it's too early. I don't want to. We're 2 months out. There's still a lot of story to be told, honestly. So
If you had it your way so far with the story that we know and the promo that Rock cut last night, who do you think? Just give something. And definitely this doesn't have to solidify anything. We're going to run down the card come the nights before WrestleMania, and I think what we'll do is we'll do a show before WrestleMania both nights if you guys are
sure.
up. Real quick, J-Bone, we're not 2 months out, we're 3 weeks out.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was. Oh, never
April.
mind. I'm thinking it was May instead of April. My bad.
I know it's April. So
April 6th and 7th.
April.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, in Philadelphia, and as Michael Cole says, Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
Yeah. Yeah.
I should just say Philly.
Yes, please, Philly, Michael, please.
Oh, I'm not gonna throw any stipulations like who's gonna turn on who and who's gonna do what.
No.
All I'm gonna say is, I think Rock and Roman are gonna win night one.
Okay. All right.
I don't think Rock's going in to lose.
Okay. Now
he'll in a sense, depending on what happens night two, he can lose, big picture wise. But night one, yeah, I think he and Roman are going to walk out.
Yeah. So we'll get into night two here in just a moment, but there are some to be announced matches for both nights. We don't know what nights they're going to appear, but we're going to run down that in just a moment. Night number 2, so far that we know, the first match is Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre for the World Heavyweight Championship. Max, who do you got?
I think Seth's going to retain this.
Okay. Baron?
I got McIntyre in this.
All right. Jim on.
Yeah, same. I think if I try not to look at the big picture, but it's really hard not to. You hear these things about his contract, and I think if they're going to want him to stay, you make him champ, keep him cozy for a while, It also gives Seth a chance to go away and, he's been cleared. He's 100% for Mania, which is fine. That doesn't mean he's still, not banged up. He's banged up,
Mm-hmm.
So it gives him time to go away for a little bit, take a little break, be a papa at home, and just heal.
Well, all right. J-Bone, we have Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Who do you have? Which, by the way, I think Drew McIntyre will win that match too. But going back to Roman and Cody, who do you got, J-Bone?
Oh, I got Cody. And I'll give Roman all his flowers now. Absolutely. He's been one of the best heels in the industry of all time. When he went heel, I knew it was going to be a special. I didn't think it was going to last this long. I think it's, but it's definitely time, big picture wise, just to get that championship off of Roman. 2, you need someone fresh leading the way, like Cody. And the timing's right. The build has been decent over the last year. They sporadically threw threw it at you like, oh yeah, there's these two. Don't forget.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely Cody.
Okay. I think Cody will win this one too. Baron, what do you think?
Well, I got to be different than you guys. I mean, obviously Cody's going to win, but I truly deep down inside want Roman Reigns to win, and I don't care what anybody says. I need him. I want him to win. I want him to surpass everybody on the title reign. He's killing it. Cody's going to do great. Don't get me wrong. However, I do believe there's going to be a flip from the fans when Cody is champion. Just mark my words on that one. But yeah, Cody's obviously going to win.
Okay.
So you're saying a flip from the fans a la AEW?
Yeah. I think people are going. They love him right now. They want someone to beat Roman so bad, but there's only so much depth in a babyface character, and these wrestling fans, they want to be, pulled in by the bad guys or whatever the case may be. But I really think the fans will flip on Cody. I don't see him being a long-term champion.
They love to boo. That's for sure. They do love to boo.
And they get bored very, very fast.
Yeah, they do. Oh, we've seen that in the past. Max, Roman or Cody? Who do you have?
As much as I would love to see Hulk Hogan's record shattered by Roman Reigns, I got Cody on this. Cody's finishing the story. He's going to hand that belt to his mom. Actually, no, I take that back. I don't think he's handing the belt to his mom. I think he's handing his belt right next to his mom. Somebody that we haven't seen on TV in a while. Somebody that is close to him now and wasn't in the past. I think that he's going to hand that belt to his brother.
Dustin.
Yep.
Oh, that's interesting.
That is going to be. I think I see that in the realm of possible. I was thinking about that the other day. I said, if Dustin is not a part of this story, even though he's been mentioned but not by name, I really do think that Dustin will be a part of WrestleMania, and if he's not, I'm going to be disappointed. Because he deserves that. He deserves that just as much as Cody and his mom.
I like to. I know a lot of people shit all over TK, and we like to have our little jabs at him about stuff. But as far as business wise, I have absolutely no doubt in my mind he would allow someone like Dustin to be at least front row, maybe not get involved. If he does, fine, but be front row with Cody's mom. I think that'd be.
The rumor I'm hearing is that he actually requested his release.
Oh,
well, I know things down this year as far as wrestling. He's still training. He still has that school, but as far as his in-ring wrestling career, I'm pretty sure this is the last year. So.
Yeah. All right, let's real quickly go down the rest of these matches that we know of so far. One of the big ones that I'm looking forward to, as far as story goes, Io Sky and Bailey singles match for the WWE Women's Championship. J-Bone, real quick, who do you think, man?
Oh, Bailey, all the way.
Okay, Baron.
Yeah, I'm going with Bailey on this one.
Okay, Max.
I gotta say, my favorite moment was when she turned around and spoke in Japanese to Kabuki Warriors and Io and said, "Yeah, that's Japanese. I learned it was from you guys. I'm going Bailey."
Yeah, I think Bailey will go over on this too. The singles match for the Women's World Championship: Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch. Max.
I think Rhea retains.
I do too. I think so too. Baron.
Yeah, I'm going with Rhea on this one too.
Yeah, J-Bone. I know it's hard.
Tough. It's tough.
Because if Seth drops a title and against Drew McIntyre, which I think is going to happen, because we're going to see a match with Drew and CM Punk at some point. But if Seth drops that title and Becky Lynch loses, that gives them time off of WWE TV to spend time with their family.
Yeah. I'll say Rhea.
Okay. For the WWE Intercontinental Championship, we have a singles match against Gunther and Sami Zayn. I am going to say Gunther wins this and walks away. Baron.
Yeah, Gunther. Absolutely. All day long.
Yeah. Max?
As much as I love Sami Zayn, I just don't see him winning the Intercontinental title off of Gunther. I think Gunther's reign is going to go for a while.
Especially with the push that Gunther's been getting, man. I think Gunther's going to go over J-Bone.
I got to give it to Sammy. Sammy's, with the exception of last year, Sammy's popularity is one guy in the main card that has not faltered. You listen to people's response out there, and Sammy still gets one of the biggest pops of the night. So I think it's time. I know Gunther wants to move on to bigger and better things too. He said that publicly. So I'm all for him dropping it to Sami Zayn, kind of not really a David and Goliath thing. I think you'd have to count someone like Ray for that story. But just the scenario, someone's completely undefeatable. It's it's definitely. I'm going with Sammy.
So this next match that we don't know who is going to be a part of it. I'm talking about the 6-pack ladder match with the Judgment Day that we do know definitely. Finn Balor, Damian Priest. I'm gonna swerve it like this. Obviously, we know, especially if they just signed a legacy contract with WWE, we know who is going to show up to this 6-pack ladder match. I personally think the Dudley Boys will show up. They'll be a part of this tag team match, 6-pack ladder match. Maybe I don't think the Hardy Boys will be involved, but Baron, I'm interested to hear your thoughts.
I'm not too sure if I have any thoughts on the match right now, just because we don't really know where Judgment Day is going. I think they're mixed into one too many kind of like feuds per se. You got to remember, Damian Priest still has that briefcase. I think whatever happens, I think they're definitely dropping the belts that night. Against who, I can't tell you. But I see him playing a part maybe on night 1, or actually night 2, I guess it would be. So that'd be cool to see.
Yeah. You got to think about, this is WrestleMania. This is one of the biggest nights in WWE. And who do you think they're going to pull out? Max, who do you think could show up for this match, man?
Honestly, I think we already have seen all the teams that are going to be in this 6-pack challenge. And I don't think that anybody's getting signed to be a part of the challenge. And the reason I say that is because now, if you get signed right now to be a part of this challenge, you got to make your debut on Raw or SmackDown. You have to win your match. And I think we've already seen our SmackDown teams play. I don't know why Wikipedia hasn't updated that, unless I misunderstood what the graphics showed last night. I don't think the Dudleys are coming for that. I think the Dudleys are coming to induct Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think they offered Bully a Legends contract, said, hey, we want you and Devon to do the induction. And Bubba said, you got it. I think that's what we're going to see.
Okay.
As far as the 6-pack challenge, I really think the WWE likes the Judgment Day as tag champions a lot right now. I don't think it matters who you put in there. I'm not a huge fan of Escobar and his crew anyway. There's something about them that just doesn't rub me right. But if they're in, I see them losing.
Okay. J-Bone, who do you think could possibly show up for this 6-pack ladder match?
Are you talking about like besides the Dudleys? I don't think they're gonna pull anyone else. Anyone else tied to that era as far as when the Dudleys were the hottest, whether it be Edge and Christian or the Hardys, they're all under the umbrella of AEW. I know what I said earlier about like Dustin being there at WrestleMania, but as far as business, I also think that you got to draw a line. I don't think guys like that are going to be involved in this, even though it is the biggest WrestleMania of all time. As far as other names, I can't think of any, but I can tell you big picture wise, I think Judgment Day is going to lose. To who? I don't know.
Okay. So, Max?
As of an hour ago, they're reporting that Matt Hardy has not signed a new contract with AEW yet. They're negotiating apparently, but they have not come to any kind of terms, and his contract is up at the end of March.
Oh, that would be perfect timing for the Hardys to come back into WrestleMania. Man, what a moment that would be.
Jeff's on a different contract though,
Yeah.
and he's injured, so he ain't gonna.
Okay. I did not know that. I didn't know he was injured. So.
I think we could, build up some of the newer tag teams out there. I don't think we need to take a spot away from them for those. Guys.
Like Creed brothers would be great. I love this. I love what they're doing, man.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting on whoever the WWE decides to bring in. I honestly think back to all the other ladder matches that we've seen at WrestleMania and not WrestleMania in the early days of when the Hardy Boys were there, when Edge and Christian were a tag team. Obviously we know Edge and Christian are not going to show up to WrestleMania. But it'll be interesting too. And I honestly think they need to push the newer roster on the 6-pack ladder match. Could the Dudley Boys join? Maybe, yeah. But we'll have to see what happens with it. It's going to be interesting for sure. Let's move on. LA Knight versus AJ Styles. This is going to be match of the fucking night, because whatever night they put this on, this is going to be a phenomenal. See what I did there? Match. This is going to be really good. So with that, J-Bone, who do you got? LA Knight or AJ Styles?
Oh man, I tell you, since this thing really started to catch fire last night on SmackDown, this is tough because I love heel AJ, but yeah. I also love LA Knight's his journey in this last year is so, man, it's organic, and it's great to see as a wrestling fan like me who's liked him for so long. Guys, I've been podcasting for 11 years. I still do the Smash This podcast. It's all because of him. He does the same thing. I've been copying his gimmick for years. And it's like, man, I gotta go LA Knight. I love him.
All right. LA Knight for J-Bone. Baron, AJ Styles or LA Knight? Who do you got?
I'm gonna go with AJ. Just because I love AJ. I also love LA Knight. So this is, like you said, like J-Bone said, and you said, probably match of the night. It's going to be good. It's going to be tough. The fans are going to be involved. It's going to be a good match, but I'll never go against AJ Styles. He's the man. I think AJ Styles could possibly go over, but then again, I wouldn't be upset if it's LA Knight. So I'm kind of in the middle of this, but I do love heel AJ. Man, there's just nobody better than AJ Styles to play a heel. Max, who do you have, man? Do you have AJ Styles or do you have LA Knight?
Let me talk to you.
Oh, that play. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think LA Knight is going over in this. We've seen AJ scrape his friends off in the last few weeks. We've seen him travel somewhere that should prove to him that the Earth is round. I think he's taking in enough shocks. I think he's losing to LA Knight.
Okay. All right.
I've also heard that AJ Styles is a milk first guy, so yeah, he's definitely got to.
Oh yeah.
If you guys don't know what that is, that's putting your milk in the bowl first and then the cereal.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So here's another match that I think is going to be night of whatever night they put this on is going to be match of the night too. Brother versus brother, Jay and so this is going to be one for the history books. Personally, I'm going to say Jimmy. I'm going to say Jimmy goes over for this and finally puts his brother to sleep and shows who is the best Uso out there. Max, what do you think? Is it going to be Jimmy or Jay for you?
Is it yeet or no yeet?
Yeet or no yeet?
Let me start by saying that this will not be nearly as good as brother versus brother at WrestleMania 10. That is the greatest match of all time at WrestleMania.
And let me just say this real quick. It will not be as good as brother versus brother as the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. Yeah.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
Two of the most asinine teams out there, really?
Oh,
the only thing
no.
you could have done worse would have been quote
You're
say
done.
something about
You're
the
done.
Packers and the Raiders.
You're done.
Anyway.
Pick your guy, Max. Shut up. Pick your guy. Pissing me off.
Jeez, nervous some people around here.
Go. Just say it. Just say it.
All right.
Damn it.
We gotta go.
And I want to say a big shout out in a negative way to the WWE for making me actually care about the Usos, because I was very happy being frustrated with them for drunk driving and still getting pushes. And now here I am invested in their story and saying yeet all the way.
All right, yeet. All right, he's got yeet. J-Bone, yeet, no yeet. Who do you got?
Oh, it's so tough, man. Freaking double count out. No, I'll go yeet. I'll go yeet.
What about Baron? Yeet, no yeet.
Yeet.
All right, I'm the only one that says no yeet. Okay. Can
I ask? Look, I know I'm like the elder statesman of the group here. Can I just ask a stupid question?
What is yeet?
What the fuck is yeet?
All right, let's Google what yeet is. I'm gonna Google.
Yeet is just to throw something.
Don't Google it. Urban Dictionary it.
Well, yeah, Urban Dictionary, but yeeting is just yeeting someone, meaning like you grab Dizzy and you throw him and you say yeet. It basically just means throwing something.
I don't know why everybody gravitates to me when we're putting in definitions here.
I don't know.
Dictionary. To violently throw an object that you deem to be worthless, inferior, or just plain garbage. Thank you. I appreciate you, Baron. I feel the love.
I didn't mean it like that. Yeet just means throw. I didn't know the actual definition was garbage and trash.
Thank you so much, my brother. I love you too. I feel the love. Good fucking night.
I will never yeet you, Dizzy. God damn it. I can't.
Oh, that is.
I'll yeet you right off this damn show. Oh man, I love you guys though for sure.
Look at this photograph.
Yeah, I'll yeet you real quick. Yeet you real quick, Max. All right, who do we have? One more. We have the triple threat match for the WWE US Championship, which is against Logan Paul, Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. Max, you let out a big breath of sigh, so I'm going to ask you first.
I want Randy Orton to win, or I want KO to win, but I don't want what I think WWE is going to do, and that's leave the belt on Logan Paul. Look,
Okay.
I can't deny that I've gained some respect for the guy because he actually is trying. He's putting effort in. That doesn't mean I got to like the guy. I don't like the guy. I don't think he should be getting this big of a push, but he's retaining.
Okay.
Oof.
Wow. J-Bone. Paul, Orton, or Owens?
I'm gonna go with Orton. It feels right after he's gone for 18 or so months.
Yeah.
Does he need a title? No, but it's just a nice nod to coming back, because you know what, he didn't have to come back. He could have listened to the doctors, because all the doctors are going to say after a surgery that you've had, no, you should not wrestle. And every time he gets in the ring and does something, I wince with a little bit of pain, because I've had a few back surgeries myself. But damn, I do love his comeback. I do see a new energy in him. I see a different individual, someone that's willing to work with that next generation, someone who's humble and appreciates the business. I gotta go Orton.
I completely agree with you, J-Bone. I think Orton has worked hard enough, and he's been, he had that story of, he was injured and all this, and he, trials and tribulations, and he overcame it. And I really do think Orton will get this. And if it's not Orton, I really would love to see Kevin Owens get this title over Logan Paul, because Logan needs to get off TV. I'm sorry, I'm not a fan. I'm not a Logan Paul guy. So I'm definitely going to go with either Randy Orton or Kevin Owens. I'll be cheering both of those guys on. Baron.
Yeah, throw the belt on Orton. Give him a belt. Love the guy.
Okay. So that's so far. Those are the only matches that we know about. There's going to be a lot more to come, and we're definitely going to see where these to be announced matches are going to move from night to night. So I am definitely looking forward to doing the podcast with you guys on both nights of WrestleMania, because this is the biggest night of WWE, and this is the biggest night for wrestling fans, and this is the biggest night for wrestlers to get their Mania moments. So looking forward to it as we continue on the road to WrestleMania. That is going to wrap it up for the show. And thank you, Max. Yes.
I got one more. I know we're 4 months out from it, but since we already talked about one irrelevant douchebag, I figured we should talk about his brother, Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson.
Yes,
How
Tyson.
badly do you think Tyson's going to beat Jake Paul down?
Oh, dude, Jake Paul is going to rest in peace. I am so going with Iron Mike Tyson, dude. Baron.
You're not gonna like my opinion on this one, man. You guys won't like it, and I don't even want to say it. Let's just, that's it.
If you don't see Iron Mike Tyson, I'm going to eat you right off this show.
Hey, as someone that has boxed a portion of his life, you understand one thing: age matters in boxing, no matter what.
Have you seen him training? Have you seen?
Oh, he's a bad son of a bitch. Don't get me wrong, but the one thing that matters the most is stamina in the boxing ring. Oh yeah, it doesn't. Oh yeah.
This is the same man that bit off the ear of Evander Holyfield.
Yeah, he's a bad son of a bitch. Also, you got to remember, most of these Paul fights are fixed. So just gonna throw it out there.
There is some news that there. So and we'll get to you soon, J-Bone. But you said that, and that just triggered me. There was some TikTokers talking about that this fight is going to be not fixed, but kind of fixed, I guess. And I'm not sure exactly what
predetermined fights. I mean,
Predetermined, yeah,
you know
but-
the outcome, you know when it's going to end, type thing.
This is-
But you still
this-
go out and box.
But this is Mike Tyson, dude. There is no faking about Mike Tyson, and there's just not. No, this is going to be a legit battle. This is going to be a legit fight. This is going to be another one for the history books too in professional boxing. And I think Mike Tyson is going to kill Jake Paul. J-Bone, are you going to be watching this match? Who do you got, dude?
Well, it's I've heard it's on Netflix, and I'm on Netflix.
As a matter of fact, it's one of the first things they're doing to test out live streaming on their platform.
Good.
Now, does
our
that mean
prices
if
will
we
go up
have-
monthly? I'm so grateful.
Yeah.
Well,
so
this
does
It's
that
up
mean
to $49.99. Damn it.
Hold on, this is all in preparation for Raw coming to Netflix next year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. As far as live sports, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So the Netflix is smart in wanting a piece of this, no matter what sport it is. I mean, it ain't gonna be no tiddlywinks, but yeah, I gotta go with Tyson here. He's gonna knock the kid's block off, and I think he does have the stamina. He's in phenomenal shape.
Mhm.
I mean, I've seen some of the training.
There'll be a
videos.
lot of butthurt fans out there when they.
Oh
A
man,
lot of
Oh,
butthurt fans
a lot
when
of people
this
who are
match
going to be
happens.
I've
pissed
seen
off.
Logan box. I'm sorry, I'm not impressed. And
He's
he's
a boxer.
he's hitting a punching bag while sitting down.
Yeah, he hasn't really
training.
fought anybody notable, but in Mike
Yeah,
Tyson, you can go watch his interviews. He even says, yeah, he's a boxer. He's a boxer.
Tyson's going to kill Jake Paul, and I, for one, am so looking forward to seeing a funeral for Jake Paul. Man, I am so ready for this fight. But we have a lot of stuff coming up, man. That is just going to be so awesome to see. We have more AEW pay-per-views. We've got WrestleMania that we're on the road for. We've got Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. We've got more wrestling news that's going to come out. So please, if you haven't already yet, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell icon, and stay notified when we go live, man, because we are going to cover every single thing that we possibly can when it involves TNA, if it involves AEW, if it involves WWE. And before we get off the show tonight, make sure you get over to diamondselecttoys.com and to check out their wonderful line of figures from AEW, from Marvel, from Star Wars, Disney, whatever the case may be, whatever you're looking for. Make sure you use that code that you see on the screen, Ramblers20 at checkout. Save yourself 20% at diamondselecttoys.com and have yourself some fun and check out the detail. Make sure you pay attention to the detail on these products, on these figures that you see, because these are fantastic.
Visually stunning. That's the words I'll use.
Yeah, I love that word. And definitely make sure that you take advantage of that Ramblers 20 discount at checkout at diamondselecttoys.com. All right, that's going to wrap up the show, fellas. How can they follow you? We'll start with Max Magus.
Just go to Twitter and go at Max Magus, and you'll have me there.
There you go, Baron.
Find me at Scumbag Jordan with 3 Ns.
3
On
Ns,
Twitter or on X, whatever you want to. Just type it in somewhere. You'll find me, I think. Maybe.
There you go. J-Bone, your shows, and how can they follow you, man?
You can see me on TNI on Thursdays. We talk everything TNA on Total Nonstop Impact. I try to do live reactions, but I'll absolutely always have the review going following TNA's episodic weekly program. And then you can follow me on the Twitter box at JBone5150. That's JAYBONE 5150.
And you can follow the show on Twitter, formerly known as, X, formerly known as Twitter, at the Ramblers Pod. You can find us on Facebook at Ramblers Unleashed and YouTube. Just search Ramblers Unleashed. hit the subscribe button, hit that bell button, tell your friends about the show. If you enjoyed what you see today, there's more coming, and we love to deliver this kind of content for you every single Saturday at 1 o'clock Central Standard Time, 2 p.m. Eastern, and we look forward to coming yet again next weekend straight to you. And until next time.
Real quick, I forgot to mention our Shots podcast for the random shots. The only reason that I'm making sure I get it in, we are about to put out this year's Nerd Madness, which is similar to March Madness. We take some nerd stuff and throw it into a 32 bracket, and we whittle it down. Our first part of that is coming out probably this week.
Yeah, definitely.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be cool. And definitely hopefully, Courtney, not $15.49 anymore for Netflix. But there we go. I thought she was talking about the time for just a second. I'm like, oh, she's throwing shots at me for being late. All right, that is going to wrap it up for us. Please tell your friends, hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the bell, and we'll see you next time on Ramblers Unleashed. Peace out.
Later.
Thanks for tuning in to Ramblers Unleashed. Follow the show on social media, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and click the bell icon for notifications of upcoming episodes.